We have some interesting playtesting for you guys. We also have, what is this? Tearalaments, which you guys are going to love this deck. This deck is so cool. And we actually have Salamangreat as well. Something that 30% of you guys have not smashed the living crap out of that subscribe button. Smash it so we can climb up the 100k ladder. I've been just infinitely playtesting Sky Striker, good stuff, mystery rune out here. And I ran into Tearalaments, good stuff here. And honestly, this deck is crazy. You'll take a look here at the list in a second here. But the gameplay and things that this deck does, fusion deployment, being able to reveal, to get to Reinhardt here, to dump off, to be able to fusion summon like that is amazing. We had to step on into our fusion to add. This deck was just pure gas. Branded fusion. There's the Lubellion. Lubellion shuffle back. There's the Mirror Jade. Do the fusion to rotate off, which is so good. And then we just get to perform a fusion summon. Mill off, stack them back up. Sure, man. I'll go ahead and make the big guy. So we end on Dragus Stapelia plus Mirror Jade, which actually a pretty fine combo if you ask me, like in a normal situation. We get to pop a spell and trap card here, mill off 4. Oh no, they get to search. 21 left in deck. Luckily for us, they actually triggered that, which they'll get to do a fusion summon here, which is fine. Down comes Masquerade, my favorite card. We're gonna go ahead and activate the rune, search for our field spell, activate our field spell at this point in time. Then we're going to negate the dragon so we can do our shuffle back here. 11 or 17 left in deck that we got to deal with. Draw 3. We'll trigger Thor's Hammer to banish 4 and then set the world here. So we got Metaverse, Rune, and Shark Cannon here. All right, how good are we at the game? Here comes the Metaverse. Oh, Mystic Mine. Lovely time we're having here, right, Duelist? Oh boy, I love Double Masquerade. Nothing says fun interactive game state than me paying $1,200 and you not playing the game. All right, end phase, sure. 11 left in deck. I'm going to set that skill drain there, which will be relevant here in a second. End phase pass. Delicious. Degeneracy at its finest. All right, go ahead and do the negate for the banish. Oh no, pay some more life. All right, pay 6, chain that. And that's all she's wrote, ladies and gentlemen. Bada bing, bada boom. Yay. Sort of lost. Easy stuff. All right, we got more. This is branded Eldlich here, and you'll get to see like how fun this matchup is. Field spell established. Do the special summon off of this. Here comes the additional Miller. We lose our Mystic Mind for the game, which is fine. All right, go ahead and engage. Basically, no, we milled a skill drain. We milled another skill drain. We milled both skill drains from this poor duelist, which actually was sad. We're gonna go ahead and shuffle back and get our draw 3 here. All right, we actually have this up for the next turn. We're going to slam the Desires on the table. And we pass on the Skill Drain and the Papa Special Summon, which is really good. And we have the Search here. Cursed Eldland comes down across table. I was like, all right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do this just so we can get our thing and mill a potential 1 of here. Going to go ahead and trigger this, attempt to do the discard random. We hit a Golden Lord, which is fine. We're going to go and stack these up and draw because I don't want this Golden Lord popping this. All right, he actually goes ahead and tries to take that down, which was an interesting choice. Down comes a Hugguero. We do have a Branded Fusion in this up, which is interesting. Down comes a Golden Lord. We're going to go ahead and do our thing here because I want to be able to special summon this and get this up. All right, Branded Fusion. We chain the skill drain here because I don't want to deal with like a crazy Lubellion like ruining my day. We're going to get swung over. It's going to trigger. It's going to dip back. And then up comes the traps. We're going down to 18 left in deck, which is a very dangerous thing, especially when I have the hammer in hand. Scarlet Sanguine, 17 left in deck now. All right. I'm going to go ahead and upstart Goblin and do a Widow Anchor, which does nothing. I'm going to go ahead and banish 6 from the opponent's deck. Just kidding. I'm going to leave him at 10. Get our shuffle back, draw 2. We drew another hammer. We're going to go into a Shizu and pass. So this will float, and then we are fully loaded up for this. They will be milling out here. And then this is hilarious. They chain the Scarlet just so we can go ahead and mill off everything else. Oh, look, the Scarlet didn't resolve. And then all of these will trigger. We'll go ahead and get our stuff. That way these can actually special summon if we drew any. Reveal the Lord. Oh, no. He scoops. Easy peasy. And then we have Salamangreat here. Now, actually, I just want to let this be a note that this game was very reflective of if they had known how to read cards or known where to hit things. I think this would have been a little bit different of a game, but I just want to point out that if you hold things... Wow, they actually did have double rage. That's actually crazy. If you know where to, like, hold in, you know, the choke points versus something like me, you'll have a little bit better of an opportunity for this. All right, so we're just going to continue to link climb up here, just doing standard salad plays. We're ending on the IP, which is actually kind of cool. I'm going to go ahead and fire this. I want to be able to get that good card out of the way, and it gets one more body in the graveyard. Hey, look, field spell up. I'm going to go ahead and trigger Thor's Hammer. All right, go ahead and get the banish. We're going to go ahead and trigger this now, which was interesting. It's got to resolve, which was interesting. I still can't believe that. We're going to Hornet Drones it up. We are holding that Imperm all the way here. Trigger the IP, train the Rage. Sure. All right, cool. We lose our field spell. Oh, no, it's an Abermax. I'm so scared. I'm going to go ahead and pop this, get some extra milling in. Down comes the Gazelle, which is absolutely fine. Now we go ahead and get our engage value. All these engages are just free draws. Like, sure, man, I'll take it. Set rotation up. Hand them the Mystic Mine. All right, go ahead and activate this, and we're good to go. We got the Skill Drain, we got the Shark Cannon, we got the Widow, we got the Metaverse. We are good. Sure, we want to pop my field spell, chain the Skill Drain. Okay, no problem. Easy stuff. And then the opponent surrenders there. All right, we're going to pass it on over for some of those more interesting deck lists for you guys. All right, the first list we have here for you guys is Salamangreat here with, yeah, to be honest with you, is there anything like crazy in this salad list? Yeah, this right here. We are on triple Nightmare Corruptor Eldlich. I actually am particularly intrigued by the fact that this was like actually one of the things to really consider for this format. But this is nice. I also see that we have 2 Parallel Exceed. You don't want to bulk down your deck too much playing multiple copies of these. Honestly, this is fine. Because I'll still limit it to 1. The use of the hand traps in this deck is also very interesting. Double Will I also find to be okay. I also find the Double Rage, Double Roar here to be good. Now remember, a lot of the Salamangreat decks did like the option of playing Pot of Desires as a multiple number of. I would definitely give some consideration to maybe exploring Desires here, at least in terms of playtesting. I mean, this deck is 43 cards in terms of doing its thing, but alright, it definitely did catch my attention, like, honestly. Alright, next up down here is the interesting... This is like probably the coolest thing here. We are playing both of the same trap card. I know a lot of these builds try to like mix it up and play the 1/1. That's fine. I see here that Snow, so 1 of in this deck. It's interesting, like this particular deck doesn't get access to Grass because obviously like Grass is still banned here, but all things really considered, this deck is scary. Like between 3, 3, and 3. The fact that Fusion Deployment is a sub-starter in this deck because you can go get Rhino Heart so you can do combo is also very, very scary. Alright. 1 Tragedy, I guess, is fine. 1 Fallen of Albaz, I guess, also feels a little bit weird, but I can understand why we wouldn't want to extend out too hard for this. I do like the 1 Instant Fusion in here. Actually, having access to the Millennium Ice Restrict to shut off a potential hand trap that could really mess up your day is actually really, really cute. Okay. We also... So... basic fusions, we're on a 2-1 split. I guess that's fine because you have to be able to get in like the rest of the Mirror Jade stuff here. And I also seen that we were getting a lot more value out of, you know, producing a Dragostopelia in this replay situation, which once again is fine. All right, like you have to understand, like you have multiple levels of skill trees here that you have to be able to go down at the end of the day, especially like since you're cramming this in 40 cards. All right, this is a deck that I wouldn't feel bad about extending out and just playing more cards, all right? Like, you can get away with it. You don't have to clump it all up and feel bad about it. That's fine. And then the last list for this video that we actually got the chance to play against was, this should just be the most basic of list. Yeah. Triple Uber. That might be a little bit eccentric. I think a lot of these decks that we're trying to incorporate this engine just were not playing a Luber, alright? I also see we have Torrentials built into the main deck here. What are we doing here? We only had a 14-card extra deck as well? What? This is the... I guess, like, Alba Lenitus probably would have been the last card that I probably would have considered throwing into this to be able to make the deck a little bit easier. But this... I guess is fine in terms of ratios. Outside of that, that is the interesting stuff for this adventure of dueling, or for testing. Guys, please, if you comment down below, tell me what you guys think. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. I'll see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.